Okay, so today for our learning targets is to understand the importance of using cognitive strategies. And yes, there's going to be a warm-up. It's going to be a little bit different today, but it's going to be alright. So, and how are we going to be able to prove we use cognitive strategies? I can show what cognitive strategies I use when reading/hearing a story. Today, you're going to hear a story that I listened to and have a little bit of input. Now, for your warm-up, what do you think cognitive strategies are? Anybody have an idea of what a cognitive strategy would be? Bailey, what do you think?
Smart ideas.
That's a good shot at it, but not quite. But it is going to be smart ideas about something you're using. Anyone else have a shot at it?
Ideas of write.
Ideas of what, Josh?
Things to write.
Things to write? Yeah, that's got something to do with it. What about this? Do you know what the word cognitive means?
Not really.
No.
Anybody? Look at the picture. What's going on there?
Thinking.
Brooke?
Thinking.
Thinking. So, cognitive might have something to do with thinking, right? Okay. What does strategies mean? Bailey?
Smart ways to do it in a way, like
Smart ways to do what?
thinking, writing, reading.
Smarter ways to do reading and writing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's smarter ways of having to think about reading and writing. Nice. Okay, so today we're going to learn about 5 different cognitive strategies for reading and writing. There's a bunch of them up here. This is our reading and writing toolbox, which is this right here I have for you guys. Reading and writing toolbox. Each of you get to keep these and use them. Everybody get one?
Yep.
Okay. So, who can read one of these up here? Blake, what's one of them?
Asking questions.
Asking questions down here at the bottom. What do you think that has to do with? Asking questions about what?
For help and for ideas.
For help or ideas? Okay. Brooke?
Planning and goals.
Hold on, we're still on the asking questions part. What do you think asking questions about what?
Reading.
Reading and writing. Yeah, sure. And then what's another one? Bailey.
Wait, another idea, like
Another,
summarize.
to summarize. What are we going to summarize?
The book, like Percy Jackson, like you gotta write down notes.
Yep, you could summarize a whole book, or you could summarize a chapter. You could even go through and summarize a paragraph. What happened in this paragraph, right?
Yeah.
To make it a little bit easier to understand, because, I mean, to summarize a whole, like, Percy Jackson book, that's going to be a really long summary, right? But we could summarize a chapter pretty easily. In this chapter, Percy Jackson did this, right? Sure, easy enough. And there's a whole bunch of other ones. Today, the first one we're going to be talking about is planning and goal setting. So, okay, whenever this pops up, the very first thing, there's going to be kind of like a head shape right here. And on your toolbox, write this down, planning and goal setting. Anywhere in there. It can be at the top, bottom, middle, wherever, just so long as it's in your toolbox. Planning and goal setting. And this will still be up here for a little while. I'm just going to click on the next one. So, for planning and goal setting, what do you think good readers and writers are going to do? Josh?
Add detail, but not too much.
Add detail, but not necessarily too much for writing, right? Sure, because the detail for reading is kind of already there. Absolutely. What else do you think? What do you think good readers and writers will plan to do or set goals to do? good readers are gonna wanna figure out what is in the book, right? What the title entails. Okay, so good readers and writers are going to set learning goals for the assignment, the book, or the story. So, if I or Mr. Edwards hands you an assignment, you say, what is my purpose? What goal do I need to set here? Right now, did you guys finish Percy Jackson?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so you finished it. Your goal was to understand Percy Jackson, and which book was it?
Second.
The second one? Okay. Then, you need to make a plan on how you're going to reach your goal. Whether it's be a writing goal or a reading goal, how are you going to reach it? What are you going to do in order to get there? So your goal for reading Percy Jackson is, I would like to understand it, so later I can watch the movie, right? Did you guys watch the movie?
No, we gotta take the test.
You have to take the test, so I can pass the test. I would like to understand Percy Jackson so I can pass the test. That would be your goal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what is your plan? What would be a good plan to pass, to read the book, take the test? What do you have to do?
Study the notes.
Study your notes. Perfect. That's exactly what we have to do, is study your notes, read the book, study the notes, take the test, pass the test, right? Perfect. So it all starts with a plan. I need to pass the test, and I need to understand the story. I'm reading a book about anti-gravity. It's impossible to put down. Some of you got it. Others are waiting. Okay, so under planning and goal setting, where you wrote it in your box, you can write a dash next to it or write it right underneath it. The words here in blue, just try and write those down. So good readers and writers for planning and goal setting, they set goals for the book or story or assignment. So you just put set goals. And then make a plan to reach the goals, right? So for planning and goal setting, we set goals and then make a plan. You can do that with any book, any assignment, whatever you need. Everybody have it?
Yeah.
Set goals, make a plan. Okay. So then, you can, in order to become a better reader or writer, we need to say things, right? Say things to become a better reader and writer. What are those things? My purpose is. So, in order to learn what Percy Jackson was about, my purpose is what? Who can fill in that sentence? Who knows what a purpose is? Anyone? Sam? Do you know what a purpose is? What you think, kiddo? You don't know? What do you think? Yeah, well, so my purpose is what? So if you're going to write, say you're being a writer right now, what is your purpose going to be? Okay. Brooke, what do you think?
To write.
Okay, my purpose is to write, but what are you writing about?
Percy Jackson.
Percy Jackson. So my purpose is to inform or tell others about Percy Jackson. Right? My purpose is. So that's something you can always say in order to set a goal or make a plan. Josh?
You know, fun. Get rich. I get rich. Just get rich.
To get rich?
Not really. Just get some money, but not really.
To get something. My purpose is to understand the book or get something from the book. Learn a lesson from the book. Something like that. Sure. Like, my purpose is to read more. Sure, that would work. Or you guys knew you were having a test, right? For Percy Jackson. My purpose is to pass the test.
Or study more.
Or study more. To accomplish my goal,